So, fresh back from NRA annual meeting, it was great to meet all of you guys that attended the show, and special thanks to all of you that attended my appearance at the Fiocchi ammunition booth. You guys gave me a wealth of ideas for videos moving forward, and one gentleman even went as far as to bring his bolt and carrier from his AK so we could talk about it in person, and I just utterly fantastic. You guys are awesome. So let's hop into some news real quick. Both the president and vice president attended the event. I caught about 5 minutes of it on a small monitor in the press room. Here's a summary.
Charlton Heston said those famous words, and I quote, "I'll give you my gun when you pry it from my cold, dead hands." Well, I'll make you a promise. Under this president and this vice president, no one is taking your guns. Under this president and this administration, the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Unless, of course, it's attached to a bump stock, and then we're going to ruin your finances and throw you in federal prison. Yeah, guys, politicians whipping people up for votes, predictable. Now, in other news, if you guys follow my Instagram and Facebook feeds, you'll have seen my post about the NRA money laundering scandal that threatens to compromise their tax-exempt status. At the heart of the scandal is this guy, Wayne LaPierre, lobbyist and red flag author extraordinaire. Well, he was asked to step down by a coalition of board members led by President Oliver North. This guy. You might know him from his immaculate bitch slap of leftist congressmen during the Iran-Contra affair. Yeah, well, in addition to being NRA president, he's also employed by Ackerman McQueen, the marketing firm that the NRA is currently suing surrounding LaPierre's gross misallocation of funds scandal. While on the show floor, I took an opportunity to ask about 30 people, vendors and just showgoers alike, what their thoughts on the situation were, and I got a resounding response of, "Thank God that shitbird is gone," referring to LaPierre, of course. However, as if you couldn't pack any more impropriety into the situation, looks like Wayne did his homework on this one, and he drew up all the dirt that he had stored up for a rainy day. Within 24 hours of the attempted coup, North announced that he would not be seeking a second term as NRA president. It must have been some 2 girls, 1 cup level stuff going on there for it to happen that quickly. But fast forward to today, and it looks like a whole bunch of people got it on them because Wayne LaPierre ran unopposed and was unanimously reelected to his position at the NRA. Boys and girls, you can't make this stuff up. Anyway, enough about petty infighting of a corrupt organization that misallocates billions of dollars of your money that's supposed to be going to fighting for your rights. Let's go to the show floor and see what I thought was interesting. As always, if you see something that you think is interesting, leave a comment below and I will try to run it down. Midwest Industries brought its full complement of accessories for the 9mm thing that Ruger created from the ashes of what they turned the 1022 into.
So we took all the weight out of here to get we took all the material out of here to get the weight out of here. So the handguard only weighs 2.8 ounces more than the factory plastic handguard. And this is a full 12-inch long handguard.
Canik debuted, deep breath for the name, TP9 SF Elite Combat Executive. It's the same as the previous TP9 Elite Combat, only this time it's murdered out, gold parts are added, and it has the correct thread pitch. We stopped at Ballistic Advantage while we were there. They're known for their barrels, and they have a collab going on with Angstad Arms to put out a private label version of their venerable AR-9. Now for the talk of the town, Henry brought their first iteration of the side loading gate rifle, and everybody I talked to thought that this was an excellent move on their part. But what everybody missed, or seemed to miss anyway, was that they kept the removable tube, so if you want to mass load, you can. Lastly, as an AK junkie, Accutech grabbed up my top slot with a solve for so many AK problems, including a modular sight tower, adjustable handguard bushing, leverless gas tube, and a concentrically threaded 5/8 by 2.4 barrel that works with standard furniture sets. Well, that's all I have from the show floor, guys. My wife went with me, and she was supposed to remind me to take pictures with all the famous people. I'm really terrible at that, but it looks like she hogged all the spotlight, so if you want to see those, you should go over to her Instagram feed. But on the way out of town, we did take some time to stop at the TGC panel, eat their food, and I, of course, restrained myself from asking stupid questions of the panel. In all seriousness, though, it was a very well done event, except for the part where the bar was closed.